What did the Game Boy Start and Select buttons do? Imagine holding a tiny device that changed how we play games forever. The original Game Boy, launched in the late 1980s, had two special buttons besides the directional pad and action buttons. These were the Start and Select buttons. They might seem simple, but they played important roles in making gameplay smoother and more fun. The Start button was mainly used to begin a game or pause it. When you turned on your Game Boy and loaded a game, pressing Start would often start the action or bring up a menu. If you needed a break, pressing Start paused the game so you could step away without losing progress. Many games used this button to access in-game menus, inventory screens, or pause screens. The Select button had a more flexible role. It was used to switch between different options or modes within a game. For example, in some games, pressing Select would change your weapon, toggle between different characters, or switch settings. In others, it could bring up secondary menus or options screens. These buttons were borrowed from earlier Nintendo controllers like the Nintendo Entertainment System, which also used Start and Select for menu navigation. They became a standard part of handheld gaming because they added extra control options without cluttering the device. Over time, game developers found creative ways to use these buttons. For instance, in some games, pressing Select would change the game mode or switch items without stopping the action. The simplicity of these buttons fit perfectly with the minimalist design of the Game Boy, making gameplay more flexible on a small screen with limited controls. From a nostalgic perspective, the Start button helped players manage gameplay flow, while the Select button added a layer of control that made games more interactive. They were small but mighty tools that helped shape how we played portable games during the 1980s and beyond. So, in essence, the Start button was mainly for starting or pausing the game, and the Select button was for switching options or modes, giving players more control and making gameplay more dynamic.